He'll look to throw. Open man, and that's Tillman. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
From the 2-yard line yet again, what can they do on 3rd and goal? And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down. The Titans offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now, a deep ball here for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're working...
Oh, he tried to get away, but he can't break free, and that is going to be a safety. So first, the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line, and the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Automatic first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete. Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with.
And he will score! Game on! Jamari Thrash! Touchdown, Cleveland! Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Browns will cut it to a 2-point lead. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. This is going to be taken in at the 3. The Titans offense about ready to take over once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Lockett headed in motion. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
It is complete. He finds Lockett. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. They get an even 20 on that one. 1st down for Tennessee.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That is caught to the goal line and in. Chig Okonkwo. Touchdown, Tennessee. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up one, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the fourth quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Titans will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. DeAndre Carter on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. There's a short throw caught by Njoku.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He's got his man complete. That's Judy. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this.
Wait a minute, hold. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, hold.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results
Y'all
in
enjoy
a
the rest of it.
touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
This is a great example of the game.
Why when I try to show him some praise and celebrate, he gets sacked.
Responsibilities of all the protectors. In this case, the Mike was the one who came, and he's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Now, a big 3rd down. And this one's going to be intercepted. It's L'Jarius Sneed. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
First and 10. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll send the tight end in motion right. They'll drop to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Titans. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2. Now, this looks like a design run, and he will get into the end zone, and that bumps this up to a 3-score lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get back to work. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll try to set up the screen here. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Left side, he's got Njoku. And he gets run out of bounds. A short pickup, but it's good enough for a first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll go right back to Njoku. He's got it again. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That's deep for the back of the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Titans offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now Pollard, and he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Pollard. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. So this one, a win for the visiting Titans. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we wish you a good night from Cleveland.